Okay, so I'm gonna do the Flowery dungeon, basically with no leader skills or any food, to prove that it's 100% possible to do. If you don't know, Warumon will appear sometime during the D dungeon quest once you unlock them. He is going to request that you deliver a letter to his crush in Flowery Domain, Eosmon. Flowery Domain has 45 floors that you need to cover. Um, so what I recommend almost every time is if you're gonna go out, I would like wait for your Digimon to get hungry and then feed them before you head out, so you get yourself a bit of extra time before they do become actually hungry again. So we'll just give that a minute. Okay, my Eosmon has eaten. So this is going to be where Flowery Domain is. You have two compasses. This is a good spawn spot. So we're going to use the compass. You want to line up the compass to make it as quick of a traversal as possible. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but I would just go the way that's going to make it line up faster. Because it's going to take relatively the same amount of time either way. You don't have to really worry about your Digimon's hunger until the icon starts shaking. So I think that's what kind of gives people anxiety, like, oh my god, the hunger icon's there. What do I do? You don't have to really worry about that until it starts shaking. We aren't using any leader skills because the only one I have doesn't even sync with Eosmon, since she's not a physical attacker in the slightest. But, it's the early floors aren't going to be too bad. It's the later floors we have to worry about. Warp bug. Okay, that was a lucky. That was very lucky. I don't know why this compass mod looks very weird. I don't have any audio on because it just makes the mic jank, but yeah, we're just gonna go through nice and easy on the early floors. Now I do not have the leader skill where uh I can just avoid three three rooms where there's just three Digimon in a single area. So I do have to put up with that, unfortunately. But I think that just further is going to prove that it's possible to do this without over prepping. So all it really takes is a little bit of luck on your part to be able to get through fast and efficiently. Because my rule of thumb is if you can afford it, buy all three compasses, um, and only really use it if you're planning to complete the dungeon. And even then, don't use it on any dungeon that has like less than 10 floors. Then it's just kind of like a waste of money. Because these are expensive. I actually could have probably left that guy alone. I'm going to leave the bit bug by itself. Oh, we went the wrong way. Oops. There we go. Yeah, you can probably just. I think the bugs you really got to worry about when you're limited on stuff are like warp bugs and bugs that eat your food, because the bits aren't really going to matter. You could probably make a profit back eventually. So if you can afford to leave the bug alone to save resources, I would do that. I would really only prioritize like an order of warp bugs, food bugs, health bugs, and then bit bugs. Now, porter rooms are going to suck, but luckily, since we're doing a one and done and not a return trip, we should be fine. The last time I did this, my Digimon did get very hungry, but they weren't starving. So I do know it's possible to do this without food, without your partner dying. You just gotta be very quick, which if you're lucky, you should have nothing to worry about. Yeah. Since we're here and I need to, fill space in the silence, I do recommend to players that once you do unlock the green domain, grind it out until you can get a Morphomon. It is going to be well worth the investment because Morphomon is just evolves into one of the best Digimon in the game, Eosmon, who just absolutely loves to abuse Water Blight. That was the wrong direction. Silly me. Because the reason Eosmon is like one of the best options, especially for dungeons, is just because she doesn't care about status effects as much as other Digimon do because of her minions, so she can like safely be frozen and you not have to worry about it debilitating you a lot. And it also allows her to spread status conditions more effectively, her minions. So like her special attack and her minions are both capable for spreading water blight on mine. So she's very good for stun locking. The meta set uses slow and water blight. So I kind of borrowed that. I actually do have a poor man's build for Ogre Dungeon in there, but it's probably less effective than Ghostly's meta build. But it just requires Quagmire, Shogun Beat, and Sharp. So it might be cheaper for you to get than the RNG dependent Desert Rage. And it might be easier for you to get that, but I do want to admit that Towering Quagmire and Shogun B are a pain to grind for. So I do probably recommend Ghostly's if you don't want a super grind heavy build, but if you want to have one that's, where you can get stuff more consistently for it, my build is in the strategy and builds in the Discord server. I guess the main difference is mine's stalling out with extra damage, and Ghostly's is just pure damage over time, I think. Alright, we are halfway done. So we are finally on some ultimate level floors, or mega for English speaking audiences. That's Tamer level up. Ooh, I can afford the double bits, so I can never be broke again. Alright, we're gonna go up, instant. We're gonna go take a left here. It's also like really good to have Eosmon since she just completely negates. Yeah, like I said, I don't have the threes to block that, but she just completely negates like two of the many statuses here. So she freeze, she doesn't care about paralysis. She's thunder, so she doesn't care. Everything else, she can take a few hits. She's pretty bulky. So you really don't have to worry about getting too low on health in any dungeon other than maybe Ogre. And also, her super meter fills super fast because of she essentially just has 3 attacks, one of which is a multi-hit, so I should stop glazing Eosmon. I'm sorry. Oh, that's a bug chest. No point dealing with that. That's going to be a waste of our resources. Alright, we are currently at floor 30. So we need like 15 more floors and then we're done. Oh, the cannon ops. Just wonderful. Oh, wait, this guy's a bum. Why did you jump into that? Okay, that works, I guess. Oh, this one's the leader version. I'm sorry. You must be so special. I'm kidding. Rod, I love your artwork. I would never do such a thing. Oh, Blue Mormon's a new addition to the Flowery domain roster. Hello. Goodbye now. Oh, or not. Hello. Oh, he kinda tanky. Everything's fine. It's a little bit tankier. They're a little bit tankier on the higher level floors, but it's fine. Oh, Eosmon also gets like the best type in the game, unknown type, because that's got an advantage in everything. Right. Yeah, I think we can. I think if we get a battle here, I can show you why Eosmon is like really good. Oh, we don't. Okay. I'm not sure if that was lucky or unlucky. Now, as you can see, her meter's already full. We didn't even have to use it. She is possibly like the best special attacker in the game. Yeah, three boss floors are kind of sucky. But it's okay. I'm used to them. I played the older editions when dungeoning sucked. Here's your ultimate. There we go. And yes, her ultimate also functions with her water blight. It's the main strategy. You gotta, if you get too close, you're gonna want to use the ult to push uh, Diamond Edo mode to the other side of the map. He's very annoying because he's very bulky, but hopefully the HP training uh, we got with this update will make him a lot more tolerable. You know, I'm surprised we don't have like an unknown. Well, that doesn't make sense. Never mind. I was gonna say I'm surprised we don't have like an unknown matchup, but then I remembered unknown is good against literally everything except itself. So that didn't make any sense. I'm not very smart. I have so many spare dungeon charms. You know what would be a cool leader? I feel like Megalogramon Orange and Gramon Orange would be really cool leaders to add. I feel like it has to be one or the other, since, you know, they're both the same. Well, what, like, do you think maybe like Data Electric or something? Maybe just change to Data type, since I think they're Data, yeah, they're Data types. don't even know if anybody knows about the orange variants other than like me. Am I just a nerd? Oh, that's whatever. Okay. What floor are we on? Floor 35. Okay, we have 10 more to go. Oh, the Flower Sisters. Wonderful. They get very tanky the more floors there are. But, if you are good with your attack speed, and I think Eosmon is relatively good with how aggressive her kit is, you should be fine to shred through their health. It's not your training or anything, you're not too low trained, mine is maxed out. It's just that Rod decided to make every single fodder Digimon that's slightly higher than adult level a pain to get through. And I don't have any rhyme or reason for targeting specific ones first in 3 floors, but I guess if you want to put it, I go for the ones that are going to be uh, the most irritating to get through. So if I can't beat it, I don't have to. So if I beat it, I don't have to. Yeah, we haven't had to use many healing items yet, so that's good. We have not had to use that many healing items. Up. So the reason I have to do it like this is because somehow my save file just, I'm going to ignore that. My save file just decided to be a bum for us and not transfer over. I don't know why. But it's not that bad. The game's still fun to go through it all over again. I got Eosmon faster, I got Ukamon a bit faster. It's overall a pleasant experience. And with knowledge, things go faster. I just think new players kind of overestimate the difficulty of things without certain perks. Like, it's fully possible to do dungeons without food. You don't really have to worry about starving, especially on floors that have, like, less than 20. Oh, poison sucks. Boo. Yeah, portal floors, just don't try your best not to come back to them when you're hunting, because they will just respawn the Digimon. And they are a pain to deal with. I think it would be very cool if there was just a way to close portals or like get them away from a certain spot. Like imagine if you had like scissors that closed it and moved it to a different area or something. Because the only reason they're there is so that you don't empty out a floor. Because, alright, 5 more floors, guys. And we're still good on hunger. We haven't started shaking yet. So that's good. This one's probably going to be 3 over, I think. I'll be very surprised if it's like 4 over or 2 over. Yeah, slow really helps out for stun sets. But I just don't think it's as good as Water Blight. It's too random for me. I did actually do this dungeon the first time with a Hexablalomon instead. So I would just, if you want to use him, my set was just full on freeze chance. I don't think it's that good in Ogre Dungeon compared to Flowery, but you can really milk a lot of effort out, a lot of value out of the pure freeze set. So it was just double freeze because it does damage over time to frozen enemies, and you can reset it. You could use like Fenris Sword or the Ice Bucket. It was up to you. I didn't get to try Endearmon's leader skill with it, so I couldn't tell you. I would assume it's good. And I'm just talking out of my butt. I'm sorry, I have nothing interesting to say. I don't have anything interesting to say. If you're experienced, you probably know all this stuff. And the only reason I did this was because freaking Rex dared me to. Alright, last floor. And then we're done. And then I can show you that it is very possible to do this without food if you just have a good enough Digimon and quick enough speed. So once we're done, we'll get to see how Eosmon looks. Ignore my trainer name. It's a reference to another username I have. Shush, 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 shush. And it's funny. It's very funny for them to just call me that. So remember, if you feel bad about not being able to pull women, this teddy bear uh rizzed up the goth mommy in the dungeon before you pulled anyone, so you have less riz than a demonic teddy bear. Alright, the dungeon complete. Let's see. How we looking? And we're just very hungry. So I'm gonna get her to full. Oh, you. Oh, dear. But yeah, there you have it. You can beat Flowery Domain without starving, without food, without leader skills. It's just as long as you're fast and you have a good enough Digimon.